Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and Mr. Secretary, I've got 5 minutes, so we got to get through this really quick. Yeah, you'll continue to hear a lot of frustration that your Department of Education has neglected its congressionally mandated priorities for a partisan political agenda. I've heard from constituents and colleges in my district in Georgia who have been let down by the department's inability to meet FOSS's deadlines and fix errors. You have not had all hands on deck. Instead, you've marched forward these past few months in using time and resources that propose another set of time-consuming regulations. Parents, universities, regents, school boards, teachers are not happy. Costs are escalating as experienced by the behavior in this meeting today. We are a deeply divided country. And I know debt is a problem, but you know, how do you explain to young people that they owe $100,000 the day they're born in this country? $100,000 the day they're born. What shot have they got? Do you believe it was in the immediate best interests of students and families to assign department staff to your negotiated rule-making priorities since January?
The negotiated rule-making process does require staff, and we do believe what we're doing
yes.
is fixing a broken system, sir. Yes.
Distance or online education has opened the doors to post-secondary education for all types of students, including helping adults connect to credential programs in in-demand fields such as cybersecurity and the many technology careers our economy and security depends on. Do you support allowing students to have access to distance education that is a flexible option for working students?
I do recognize that
yes.
online institution.
Okay. Do you believe colleges of all sizes should be able to provide distance education programs that meet the standards of their students and the workforce?
Sorry, I couldn't hear your question. I was responding to the last.
Okay. Do you believe colleges of all sizes should be able to provide distance education programs that meet the needs of their students and the workforce?
If they can do it in a high-quality way, I wouldn't make
yes.
a blanket statement that all schools could.
Then why has the department proposed a requirement which would prohibit a college that enrolls more than 500 students in a distance education program from being authorized by its state through a reciprocity agreement?
So we recognize the importance of giving students an opportunity to have online learning, and even with institutions that are not in their state, what we want to make sure we're doing is protecting students also, and if a school closes or if there was a challenge with their programming, that they would be protected from paying loans and an education they didn't receive.
Mr. Secretary, with all due respect, let me tell you what this proposal would do. Here's one example. Georgia Tech offers one of the lowest cost online master's degree programs in the country. Prestigious university in my state. For less than $10,000, this degree prepares workers for cybersecurity, computer science, and data analytics careers. Georgia leads the nation in development of cyber talent and research, with 10 of our colleges and universities focused on cyber. The U.S. Army Cyber Command is headquartered in my district, and professional degrees that prepare the cyber workforce should not be stopped by arbitrary regulations that will only stifle cost-effective education. Why is 500 the magic number? Where did you get the number? Do you believe distance education programs with 501 students are somehow not worthy of an innovative approval process and they must jump through more burdensome hoops to be offered?
I agree with you. Georgia has some amazing institutions, and I want to make sure I work with you and my team works with you to identify the concerns there and work with you to make sure Georgia schools have the opportunities.
Mr. Secretary, I got just about a minute left. I need to move on. Last year I asked you if you believe counseling student loans would reduce the cost of college. Here we are today, and CPO predicts annual borrowing will increase by 10 to 15 billion over the next decade because colleges will raise tuition rates, and since they know taxpayers will forgive loans as a result of your student loan agenda. So, Mr. Secretary, I need a clear answer for the record today. Yes or no? Are you still committed to making hardworking Georgians with no student loan debt pay for the student loans of terrorists supporting Columbia University students who have over $100,000 in debt?
We are committed to fixing a broken higher education system, sir, and we can get a lot farther if we work together to make sure that the students in your district can benefit from it.
Well, as college campuses have been thrown into chaos, Americans are waking up to what happens as a result of radical progressive agenda, and Americans don't like it. This includes radical debt cancellation, and I yield back.